Welcome to Wildcat Sports Update. I'm your host, Jim Boyle, and today in studio I have with me the three senior captains of the Wilmington High School soccer team for the fall of 2023. Please welcome to the studio or to the show. We have Remy Eilliot, right? We got Charlie Rose, I'm sorry. And Charlie Rose is a really famous interviewer. So Charlie Rosa and Ethan Kennedy.
Yep.
So welcome, guys. First, we'll start off right down the line. Remy, name, rank, and serial number. How long you played soccer? What position you play?
I have played soccer for 16 years, 4 years at Wilmington High School, 3 years on varsity, and I'm our center back.
A center back, okay.
I'm Charlie. I've played soccer since about kindergarten. 4 years Wilmington High School, 3 years varsity, and I'm midfield.
Yep, I'm Ethan Kennedy, and I've played soccer since I was 3, so about 14 years. I've been playing Wilmington High School soccer for 4 and varsity for 3, and I play center mid.
Okay, so as a center mid, I'm going to ask you the tough question at first. What alignment, what style, what is the alignment and or style that the Wilmington High School soccer team plays? Ethan?
We play in a 4-4-2, so we got 4 back, 4 midfielders, and 2 forwards. And our 4 midfielders, we have an attacking mid and a defensive mid.
Okay, and the why? What is the philosophy? Is that an offensive philosophy, a defensive philosophy? Do we want to score goals, or are we trying to defend? Tough question, I know. Sorry, Ethan.
Okay, I'd say we try and play more defensively than anything, trying to keep the scores close, but a 4-4-2 is mainly just used for controlling the middle, and whatever happens, happens, really. It's not meant for us or anything.
Okay. And then, Charlie, I know we play some of our games on the turf at the high school and on the grass at the north. The philosophy behind that, and where do you see an advantage or disadvantage both ways?
Yeah, so I mean, we practice at the north almost every day. We're used to the ball moving like that, moves a little slower. But as the season progresses on, we know it well. And I think when other teams come in, they're used to that turf, and they're just not used to the ball sticking to their feet as much, and they don't know how much to put on it.
So I'm asking you, opinion 1 to 10, how would you rate the field at the north? As actually for a player, not because it's your home field advantage, but for a player, how would you rate that as a soccer field?
Oh, I'd almost give it like a 0. It's it's got some hills in it. It's pretty bad, some big divots, but it's a fun field to play on sometimes.
Okay. And then Remy, we talked about practice. What's a typical practice like in Wilmington High School?
We do some pretty consistent. We do a lot of consistent shooting drills. We have a drill called 4 corners. It's like you line up the box, you shoot. We have another one where it's just like a pass into that. We do a lot of 4-man crossing, 3-man weave. Very common basketball drill. We do a lot of rondos, which is just like possession drills.
Do you do a lot of running? Is there like a 2-mile drill where you have to run the 2 miles in under 12 minutes or whatever? Is that the beginning of the season, end of the season, mid-season? I do know that your assistant coach, Coach Greco, when he was played at the varsity level, they had to run like the 2 miles around the north in like 14 minutes. Is that still a Coach Scanlon thing? Yeah.
So during tryouts, we do 2 miles under 14 minutes, 1 mile usually under 7, and like we do them at the beginning of every practice. And throughout the season progresses down. Like I think at the end of the season this year we got down to like 6 minutes or 5 minutes and 45 seconds, something around that.
Did everybody make that time?
No.
No?
It's the goal. It's just to push everyone towards the end of the year.
Okay. And all three of them, real quick, what role in practice does conditioning, and conditioning seems to be very important. You're running around for whatever it is, 40 minutes a half. How well conditioned do you find the high school team? Charlie, we'll go there.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Scanlon definitely pushes us a lot. I'd say we're all pretty well conditioned. You look in and everybody's almost making that goal time each practice, and I would say on the field too, we look like a pretty conditioned team.
Okay. Besides conditioning, Ethan, I know that you've had a tough year injury-wise. I think you've had like a concussion in a hip and a leg, and how is that because of your style of play, or was this something freaky that happened? Are you a very aggressive player, or is it something you can't get a freak injury like every game?
I would definitely say it's probably my play style. The head thing, the concussion, I just ran full speed into a kid, but I didn't see him, so that was the problem. And I definitely like to slide a lot, so that causes injuries. And so it's definitely my fault.
Do you want to? Not your fault. It's just it's from aggressive play. It's not from just dumb luck. Is what I'm asking.
Yes, and I also I went into the season with an injury and just was playing through it. So then more started popping up. So this is the end result.
Okay. Captains, you're all captains. Were you elected captains, or did the coach pick the captain, Remy?
We were elected captains.
By the team. Okay,
Yeah,
so,
the end of last season.
So this question's for all three. We're going to start with Remy. What do you see your role as a captain of the soccer team, and in general, what do you see the role of a captain of a high school team?
My own personal role, I would say, is kind of being a leader on the field, communicating with the team, whether it's about soccer or about mentality. Like sometimes we'll go down by a lot, and we need to keep focused, even if it's 2 in the first 10, 15 minutes. We need to focus, try to get the team back in that like mentality to win the game. And as just a high school captain, I would say you got to lead by example too. Like you have to do everything that I just said, as well as showing the team, like if you're going to say something, you have to do it. You can't like go against your own word.
Okay, Charlie?
Yeah, I would basically say much the same stuff as Remy. I mean, you want to make those underclassmen feel comfortable and everything like that. You want to teach them the ropes. I remember like the summer captains practices when we first had the couple. We only had a couple freshmen, and I remember they were pretty nervous, but you just got to show them what to do, and you just got to make them feel comfortable.
Okay, Ethan?
Yeah, I would say just keeping the underclassmen under your wing, making them feel, I guess, included as well, because there's only 2 of them. We have 2 sophomores on the team, so they try and stay together. But I think as a captain, it's more just mentality and having grit, you know.
Okay.
That's what I'd say.
So do you guys have a locker room in the high school?
No.
No, so you change before you go to practice because you go to the north to practice?
Yeah.
So there's no real locker room aspect of being a captain?
There's not.
So leading by example is going to be on the field, getting there on time? All right. Were you any of the 3 of you surprised that you got picked by your teammates to be captain? Anybody? Or were you, I hate to say this because it sounds egotistical for all of you, and it would sound something like a stupid question I'm going to ask is, did you expect to be named a captain? Remy?
Yes.
To be honest, not really that much. I was kind of surprised, but it was kind of nice that my teammates really considered me for that.
Ethan?
I would say yes.
You did too? Okay. And all elected by the team, the coach had nothing to do with it?
Well, it's the same guys we played with our whole lives.
Okay.
I mean, me and Ethan have been captains probably a couple of those years at least.
Okay, that's perfect for me to transition to the next line of questioning, which is about the team this year. Remy, makeup of the team. Ethan had said you have 2 sophomores. So how many seniors, how many juniors, and then you said that with the 2 sophomores. So what is the distribution between juniors and seniors?
I think there's 9 seniors, maybe 10, or there's either 9 or 10 juniors. 9.
I got
'Cause
9, yeah.
There's 20 guys, yeah. So
Yeah.
there's 9 seniors, 9 juniors, 2 sophomores.
You know, you could have answered that in any way you wanted, because I would not know the answer to it.
fair.
Somebody's not. Oh, we got a call coming in from Scanlon on line
Yeah.
1. No, so it's pretty much a junior senior dominated team.
Yeah.
So
Heavily.
Charlie, last year when you were a junior, you guys all played 3-year varsity, correct?
Yes.
So you've been playing together now for 3 years.
Yeah.
Last year, what was the makeup of the team? Was it majority senior junior or majority junior?
We had majority seniors, majority
Okay.
seniors last
So
year.
this year's half and half.
Yeah.
And then Ethan, as a sophomore, what was it like playing varsity soccer at the sophomore level 3 years ago? I think, did you win no games?
This many.
Okay.
This many. It's 0 if you can't tell. It's 0.
What was that like being a sophomore on a team like that? And the 3 of you were together. Did you? Was there any other sophomores besides the 3 of you that made?
Yeah, so there was 8 of us who made it our sophomore year. So it was like 8 sophomores. There was how many juniors?
There was it was a bunch of 10 juniors.
There was
maybe?
10 juniors
Yeah.
and only 3. Oh no, there was 4 seniors. So it was, in like on the field, it was very dominant through the sophomores. So we definitely had a learning curve.
But that helps, though. Did you think that helped you, even though you
100%.
didn't win, even though you won no games? At least you had the opportunity to learn what it was like and what you needed to do to win.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so of those 8, I'm assuming because there are 9 now. Of those 8, as sophomores, did all 8 end up playing with you guys as seniors?
Yes.
And then you added 1 more.
Yep.
So I got 3 here. So this is going to be the tough question. Ethan, we're going to start with you. Two of the seniors that we want to give a shout out to.
We got Daniel Laganilla and Ben Marvin.
Okay.
I got Jonathan Forsyth and Michael McCarthy.
And now Remy's got the tough one. Who are the last 2?
I'm already forgetting who they said. Aiden Burke, and no one got Otis, right?
Yeah.
Mikey Otis?
Mikey Otis.
All right, so this year, that was good. We got them all. So 9 seniors. What happened? Ethan?
We're all good. We're all good here.
Okay, just want to
We're
make sure.
good.
Did we miss
We're good.
something?
We're all
Sometimes
good.
we like to put Remy on the spot.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
fun,
yeah,
you know.
That was good.
So sorry, Remy.
all good.
So I'll give you the next first question. 4 wins this year.
Yeah.
Okay. challenge that getting to 4. Who did we beat?
We beat Burlington twice, Stoneham once, and Watertown once.
Okay, so all within the Freedom Division.
Yes.
So my next question is going to be along the lines of Middlesex League, which is a really good soccer league. You guys have experienced it for 3 years. What are the challenges as Wilmington as a small school in soccer? What are the challenges that we have as a program in the Middlesex League?
I think it's tough because we don't have a lot of depth on the team. Our tryout numbers are 50 maybe in total for all 3 teams, whereas we verse schools that have like 200, 300 kids trying out for just boys soccer. So it puts us at an extreme disadvantage to have less talent trying out because it makes the roster much less like depthful.
Okay, so Charlie, you guys all came up together, correct? I'm assuming you all played
Yes.
Town soccer, club soccer, travel soccer.
Yeah.
Is there something within our travel program, not club, but the basic Wilmington soccer program, that is it beneficial, or are we holding kids back, or something? How do you see that? Because we didn't have great numbers this year. I know that.
I feel like it is pretty beneficial. I know the guy that runs it, John Bavoda, he does a great job. I know he's branched out to a bunch of things. There's even a club academy in Wilmington now. It's called WFC. I know a bunch of kids have done that. But I think it's a lot of kids now, they see us, they see our record. They don't know that we're playing these really good teams, and they see, like the Tech, for example, that may have a better record, but they're not playing as good teams. And that's what makes a difference for them.
Totally, absolutely spot on with the Tech, and I won't sit here and diatribe about the Tech like I always do on almost every show, but it's true. We are a small school. Tech's got 2,000 kids that are playing in our division.
Yeah.
And so it's not the most fair
Right.
matchup as we have.
Steal all our players.
So then, have you played the Tech ever?
Yeah, we actually beat them the past like 4 years we've played them.
And they didn't want to play you this year because you'd beat them again?
We played them over the summer.
Yeah,
Oh, the summer,
we were
okay.
up 3-0.
Ethan, goals going into the season. I know you won 4 games. What were the what team goals did you have set for the year?
Team goals?
Yeah, what did you want? What were your? I think make the tournament and win this many games.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we're trying to beat our record of last year. We had like around 3 wins, 10 losses, 4 ties, somewhere around there, and we placed the 22nd seed or around there. Mm-hmm. So we were shooting to get the similar record, which we did. We actually got more wins. The only thing was that our losses were by a higher margin. So I guess our goals going in was just to match.
Right. And make the tournament.
And make the tournament. We did match, did a little bit better, but did not make the tournament.
And that's all based upon power rankings the MAA does, and I know
Yep.
there's been some discrepancies in how it works, and people, like our girls soccer team, and I traveled to Belchertown,
Yep.
and then now today they're going to Hanover.
Yep.
So, I mean, we took a baseball team to Pittsfield. I mean, we're driving all over the state of Massachusetts just to get through the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the goals. Those are great goals to have. Top moment each 3 of you for the season. Ethan, to start with you.
Top moment of this season was winning our senior night. We played against Stoneham, and we played against them earlier in the season, tied them 1-1. And that was our best beatdown, 4-1, and it just felt good.
Senior night.
I'm just gonna have to say the team dinners in general. Those are so fun. Bonding with the team, getting to hang out. All the guys are really funny. It's just a great time.
Remy?
I'm gonna have to agree with Ethan. Senior night's got to be my favorite because it was my first high school goal, and it was like it was our biggest like margin win I think in high school ever.
Yep.
Did you have a high school goal celebration?
No,
No, you just you picked up the ball and ran back?
no, just ran over to the guy that gave me my assist.
Okay.
That's all it
And
was.
who was the sister?
Jonathan
Jonathan? Okay. Mir? Which Jonathan?
Oh,
Forsyth.
Forsyth. You can't say Jonathan because you have to
Yeah.
call
That's
him
true.
Jonathan.
That's true.
So,
I had a goal celly for mine.
you did?
Yeah,
did,
against
actually.
Burlington.
Okay, we should get that on tape and we'll have to watch it again.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now, Charlie, you brought up team dinners. And I know you don't have a locker room, so team dinners are important in the bus rides. Talk about, as a senior captain, how many team dinners do you have? And I know you said why were those so special with the bonding part?
Yeah, I think we had about 8 or so. I forget. But it's just awesome because before every game, especially before the day you're about to go out there with your teammates, you get to talk, bond, and everything like that. So I think it really actually does translate to the field the next day because you've all been hanging out the night before.
Good. And then, Ethan, who's the bus rides? Do you ride with the JV team or do you get your own bus?
Depends on the day, but usually it's both teams all together. So.
And who's in charge? Does Coach Scanlon allow music on the bus?
Yes, he does.
Okay, and who's in charge of the music?
Usually in Burke, and it's Remy Speaker.
Remy speak with Amber. Excuse me, and Remy, what music are we playing on the bus?
It really depends. Usually rap. most of our just stuff, but
You
sometimes,
guys don't look like rap guys to me, though.
well, sometimes we get into like the classic
Yeah.
rock.
I would
That's
say-
my favorite on the bus.
Okay.
I would say on the way home from like games when we win or if we do good that game, we do play some different music other than that, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah, no, that's fun. It's one of the best things because Mikey Otis, shout him out, has his little song "Stay" by Rihanna, guys.
And that's a popular tune.
Popular on the bus, very popular.
All right, transitioning to coaching. First, I'm not going to ask specifically about the coach. I want to know, as high school athletes, what advice would you give to a coach from the athlete point of view? Excuse me.
I would say the best thing a coach can do for their athletes would be to be more personable. Because if you're just a wall yelling at them, no one's going to want to listen. No one's going to want to work hard for you. But if you're connecting with them and sympathizing with them and sharing like the excitement of winning, or even the like sympathizing with them when they lose, they're going to be much more inclined to listen and work hard like for the team, especially if it's like, I know we have a very close environment, but not all teams have that.
Okay, Charlie?
Yeah, I would say like ramping up your team. I remember one game this year, Coach Scanlon. It was a game against Reading. The game before, we weren't playing too hard. He gave us a good speech about wearing your jersey with pride and representing Wilmington. And I would just say that changed the momentum of the game.
Okay, what would you tell coach? Doesn't have to be soccer, any coach. Like I'm a coach and I JV coach. What would be your advice to me to help me understand the high school athlete better?
Any advice I would have would more be towards not so much the advice, it would more just be like what you're making them do. I say conditioning, just make them do even more conditioning.
Conditioning is the way to go?
I think so.
All right, now you've all played for Coach Scanlon for 3 years. Ethan, what's one thing that you learned from him that you'll take forward as you mature in age?
I would say my biggest thing I've taken away from him is just to never give up. And he definitely always hammered on the point of pride. Like he was talking about the jerseys, he always hammers on that. So I guess just taking pride in the things you do.
Okay.
Yeah, basically kind of the same thing as Ethan. Like even after a tough loss, it was I remember first game we lost to Winchester by a lot, and just after that, like he pushes us forward, head up, don't worry about that, move on to the next one.
Okay, Remy?
I would definitely say a mentality. Like he has always, again, maybe this is just me, but he's always been very personable, for me at least. And I think one of the biggest things I learned from him was if you aren't enjoying it, you're not gonna be playing as well, you're not gonna look as well, you're not gonna like visually be, I don't know how to make it seem like uplifting to the team. Like it's a lot about optics. Like if you are out there with your head down and you're whining and complaining, like everyone's gonna get in that mentality. But if you're looking like you're having a great time, you're laughing, you're having good like fun, you're gonna play better. The whole team's gonna play better. It's a better team environment.
Okay, now I've been told that, and we've had hockey players and soccer players on my show now for probably about 9 different shows, and everybody on each team has a Coach Scanlon impersonation. Now, I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I've been told by the 3 guys that there's one guy here who does a really good impersonation, and that's Mr. Remy Eilliot. So I'm going to, we're going to have you, we're going to put you on the camera right over here, right there, and actually go and look right in that camera. Let's hear that. What are you going to do?
The quote I would choose would definitely be for Tyler, because I used to be a goalie. It's a new one this year. It's "Charge It Up."
Okay.
And if you want to hear it in Scanlon's voice, it's "Charge It Up."
Yep.
Everybody's got the same impression of Mr. Scanlon, Coach Scanlon. It's good.
He's very vocal. He's a good man.
That's where you want to see it. And he's been coaching for 27 years here at the high school, both soccer and hockey as well. So on from the coach to how do we build the program? We talked about the youth programs being built, but what would you do if you were in charge of, somebody said to you, we'll start with you, Remy, you're in charge of building the program. What would be your foundation of the program? What would be your building blocks? What would you try to start with? How would you build the program to make it more successful in the Tough Middlesex League?
Starting where we are now, I would say definitely get the younger guys involved. Like I know a lot of other town programs have, even if it's camps where the high schoolers run it, but make the 7th, 8th graders, freshmen, the guys that aren't on varsity yet, get them involved to be comfortable with the guys that are going to be the next year's captains, or get them involved in a higher level of play. So when they do get to that varsity level, they have they're able to at least play up with the guys. Because I know we have a lot of young guys coming onto the team, and even the first couple, like the week, maybe first 2 weeks, they weren't ready to play at the level.
Okay, Charlie?
Yeah, going with what Remy said, starting this year, they actually they are taking up 8th graders now on the freshman team, so I think that's a good step forward to get them more involved, higher chance of going to the high school. And also, I think just like the captain's practices, we got. I think we did a good job this season, but going forward, I think captains should continue to do good at those. It's a big part. Freshmen get to know the other guys, learn the drills. We do a lot of drills that we do in the season, so just good preparation for the season.
Okay. Ethan, you got to say something different now. You're the last one to go.
Okay.
So let's see if you come up with something on the spot.
Something on the spot that's different from what the guy said. Wow. I think they hammered it home with that one.
Okay.
I'd say the middle school, making middle schoolers able to play definitely helps because they have more of a connection to the high school and they're not as likely to go to a private school like they're usually doing. In the captain's practices, we had our best years our freshman year when we had captain's practices every weekday because the girls run a program where they have every day, but the guys don't get the program, so I guess mainly that.
So I'm going to give you, as we go through the final question before we do individual questions, Ethan, you get to start off. I'm a father of a 4th or 5th grade boy.
Yeah.
What advice or what would you tell the father and the child about playing high school soccer and why should I play soccer?
I would say the bond you get with the guys is unmatched, I'd say. Just you're going in, you play 18 games with these guys, you're working all summer with them, and it's just a bunch of good memories no matter what. I'd say we had one of the worst records you could possibly have over the course of the 3 years, and we had the most fun ever, and I wouldn't change it.
Okay, Charlie?
I would say since the league that we play in is so competitive, you learn a lot from it. Going up, we're obviously a smaller school, going up against the bigger towns, you learn to not think less of yourself and not think more of them like already going in like, oh, they're going to win. You learn to have some pride going in, and it definitely teaches you a lot.
Okay, Remy, and you can tell me what you told me in school today if you want. The CTE Quamlet.
Oh.
You don't remember that?
No, I do.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to say that.
No, I would definitely say the bond you make, like Ethan said, is a great thing. Like I know, at least from club, like I know all the guys, and it makes the game much more enjoyable. Like the guys we play against, just knowing someone, having to be able to talk to someone, makes the game a lot more enjoyable. And then definitely I would say the bond you create at school, like specifically the younger guys, like the sophomores, it gives them like people to look up to. Because I know at least my freshman and sophomore year, I definitely looked up to the older guys. And I think that's a huge role in the development of the younger guys, having a senior or a junior to look up to while you're young.
Excellent. All right, now the fun part for me is individual questions. We get to know you guys a little bit better. I know we rehearsed some of this. We went over this in school today just so you're ready. But I might throw a curveball at you here and there. You never know. So first thing, we'll start with you, Remy. How'd you get your nickname Remy? Because I know it's Robert.
So it started when my dad passed down the name. My dad is also Robert Michael Eilliot. So is my grandfather. And his nickname growing up was Bobby, and then it was given to him by, I believe, my mom in college, maybe one of his friends. Don't quote me on that. And it just kind of got passed down when I was little.
Okay.
I became Remy.
Excellent answer. Now you're not. So it's not after Jerry Remy, the Red Sox.
It is not.
Player. All right. Former teammate that you learned the most, or present that you've learned the most from.
That's a tough one. I would probably say. I really don't know. If I'd have to say current, it would be Ethan, definitely.
Okay.
I've played with him the longest. It's been since 2nd grade. We've played together, what is this now? 9 years, 10 years?
Probably around
of
there.
Soccer, year round, because we played club together, starting in 4th grade, growing up.
So a little too much.
Yeah, okay. And then if I said not currently, I'd probably have to say one of the guys for the college team I want to play for. His name's Tucker. He's been kind of like a mentor for me for the past couple of years.
Good. And then what other things did you do at the high school? What other activities?
Oh,
did you
sorry.
do? You're still on the spot.
Yeah. I played basketball. I did winter track, and I am a part of DECA.
Okay. Your top moment in your whole soccer career. Anything could be when you were little playing kindergarten. You kicked it in the net with no goalie. Up till now, what's the most memorable moment for you?
I think for me, it's probably either when we won the state championship with our summer team, or when we won the Commissioner's Cup, and the moment I shared with my dad at the end of that game.
Awesome. And then favorite athlete, soccer player, role model, and if you are a Premier League guy, Premier League team.
Man City, don't get mad. and I'd probably say Sergio Ramos.
Sergio Ramos, okay. Influences, coaches, people you've had along the way who really helped you.
My dad, definitely my biggest number one. I wear the number after him, and he's been coaching me for 16 years. He's there with me. He comes to every club game, whether it's in Manhattan or Florida. He comes to every one of our town games. He hasn't missed a high school game. I genuinely think we were talking about this the other day. He's only missed 2 games in my entire career, and I think him playing at such a high level before, and then coaching me through that, walking me through the next steps if I get the chance to play in college, has been such a huge part for me, and it's made our bond a lot stronger, definitely.
So I can't ask you. The next question is what number do you wear and why? So what number do you wear?
I wear number 20.
Number 20, and the reason is your dad wore number 20.
Yeah, my dad and my grandfather both wore
And your
number
grandfather
20.
both. And then what are you going to miss the most about high school soccer?
Definitely the connection I have with the guys on the team. We have another team to play in spring, but having the high school team dinners, the bond we have as a team during the season is unmatched.
Okay, and walk-up song, if they're going to call you out of the tunnel, what song are you going to have?
If I could pick any song,
Any song you want.
it's like one verse at the beginning of "Glorious" by Macklemore.
Okay, and future plans for Remy Martin. Remy Eilliot.
I plan to go to college for the next 4 years.
Okay.
St. Anselm, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Play soccer there maybe.
All right.
If I'm given the chance,
Good.
and then
Good.
go on to get a
If I
job.
call you the last name again, I screwed 2 names up already today. Something's wrong upstairs. So let's see if we get Charlie Rosa correctly. Charlie, the
Yep.
teammate that inspired you or helped you all the most.
I'm gonna have to go with Austin Farrell. He was on the team last year. He graduated. He's just a really funny kid. I've been great friends with him, and he just taught me a lot. Definitely about having grit and not putting your head down.
Okay. Favorite moment all time?
Favorite moment? It's a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with team dinners, or I don't know, TPing us and the girls.
I don't know if we should have said that on the air, but we'll let him slide. TP.
All right.
That's okay. You already
no
said
details.
it.
No
All right,
details.
I mean,
Out of the bag.
no details.
That's fine.
All
No
right.
details. What other activities do you at the high school?
I also do basketball, track, and I'm a part of DECA and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Favorite athlete or athletes? It doesn't have to be soccer because I know we talked about this. And then you last 2 aren't Premier League guys, right?
No.
Favorite athlete then?
Favorite athlete?
Yeah.
I used to be a big Chris Paul guy back in the day. That's kind of faded off. I know people are gonna, but for soccer, I've always liked Cristiano Ronaldo. I know that's. Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Okay. Influencers or coaches that helped you along the way?
Yeah, I would say my dad. He coached me when he was young, got me into the sport of soccer. And then also a shout out to my papa. He's almost been to, I think he only missed 1 game this year. Definitely one of my biggest fans. And at the end of the season this year, I think I shared a very special moment with him. He's definitely one of my biggest fans.
And what number do you wear and why?
I wear 21, but it really doesn't have any meaning. A junior year, I wanted 18 because that's the number. I was born on the 18th, but I had to go with 21. So this year, I decided just to stick with 21.
And the future for Charlie?
College, I don't know which one yet. I've been applying. That's really.
Keith, and you're next. Teammate that influenced you?
Most influential teammate would definitely be Remy. Obviously, we've been playing together for too many years now, so just everything about that comes with having a good teammate.
Okay, what else do you do at the high school?
I am a part of DECA. I'm the class treasurer, and when I was not injured, I did track.
Okay, favorite moment all time soccer?
I'd say just every slide tackle.
That's a good moment.
It feels really good.
Athlete you respect or look up to or model after?
Brian Dawkins, big football guy.
Big football guy. Who was the other guy you mentioned? Oh,
Troy Polamalu.
don't forget Troy Polamalu. You
Troy
almost forgot
P.
that.
What was the kicker's name?
And then who coaches that influenced you or you want to credit?
I give a quick shout out to 3 people. Number 1 is my dad. He's taken me to every practice, every game. He's always there. He's always telling me to push through it and all that, so I do. Remy's dad, so Robert Eilliot, he's been our coach to all the senior boys for over a decade now, so he's been the biggest from growing us up from where we started to where we are now. And then third's my club coach, Andy. He showed me the importance of a good diet.
Okay, what number do you wear and why?
I wear number 8 right now. I've always worn 13 before because it was an unlucky number, so I want to make it a lucky number.
Went to 8.
Yep.
Which, if you put sideways, is infinity.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
And then, what are you gonna miss the most?
Definitely just gonna be missing just being on the field and getting the throw of hunting someone down and then taking them out with a clean slide tackle.
Okay, and then what's the future hold for Ethan Kennedy?
Ethan is gonna be an amazing accountant at whatever college he's at.
Okay, now you gave a little shout out to the coaches, but I want you to look right in this camera here when the tail light comes on. Shout out to anybody you want. Ethan, you go first.
My dad.
What was me? All right. Shout out definitely to Papa and my dad.
Okay, no moms?
Oh,
Oh, you forgot
wait,
yours.
wait. Could we I will die. Hold
Go.
on.
You only said one, and then Charlie jumped in. So let's go back to Ethan.
Okay. Oh, okay. Definitely my mom and my dad. Big shout out to both of them.
all right. Yeah, I'm gonna add Papa, Dad, and my mom.
Okay, Remy?
I would say my mom and my dad, and then definitely my sister because she's a big mental part of it.
Okay.
She keeps me in it.
Perfect. You guys were great guests. I appreciate you coming in to spend the half hour with us. Thanks to Remy Eilliot, Charlie Rosa, Ethan Kennedy for coming on the show. I really appreciate you. Did a great job. Good luck with your futures. And hopefully, I don't know if any of you will be back for any other sports, but if I get you back on, like I said, you've been doing a great job. You really represent the soccer program really well. So for Wildcat Sports Update, I'm Jim Boyle, and we'll see you on down the road.